Have a good day. My name is Evangelist ELI-PAUL. Our theme for today's lesson is how one can fast successfully. In fact, it is not really a preaching message, but it is practical aspect of the various aspects of fasting. Many people ask, how do I fast? How long should I fast? And how often should I fast? And even, how shall I break my fast? The purpose of this message is to answer these questions and to clear the misconceptions concerning or about fasting. Now, I think it is very good to begin with the definition of fasting. The definition I have used several times is fasting is abstaining from food for spiritual purposes. Normally, it is not abstaining from fluids, but from solid foods. Although there were some occasions in the Bible when people fast and abstain from fluids and solid foods for as long as 40 days, 40 nights. But for this study, we will consider fasting as abstaining from food for spiritual purposes. Now, let me put this question before you. Should all Christians fast? If we go to the Bible and the history of the Israelites and the church, we find that fasting was a regular part of God's people. Under the Old Covenant, Israel were required by God to fast at least once a year. There are also records of individuals who fasted. Moses fasted, Elijah fasted, and David. Even the kings of Israel fasted and led their people in fasting. In the book of Acts, we have records of the early church fasting together in groups for spiritual needs, particularly when they were sending forth apostles and even appointing leaders or elders in the church. Reliable church tradition and history of the church also tell us that for several centuries the regular church practiced fasting on Wednesdays and Fridays. These were the 2 days normally which were put aside for fasting in the olden days. The early Methodists, under the supervision of John Wesley and Charles Wesley, practiced fasting, and it was a normal thing of their procedure. Although I heard that many Methodists have never heard of what I'm saying. In fact, John Wesley would not ordain a man to the Methodist ministry unless he could commit himself to fast on every Wednesday and Fridays. In other words, Wesley regarded fasting as normal part of any Christian minister's life. I believe that the restoration of this practice will change the life of many ministries and ministers. On our next lesson, we will be emphasizing on how can one prepare for a fast. My name is Evangelist ELI-PAUL. Please, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name is Evangelist ELI-PAUL, Instagram Evangelist ELI-PAUL, and Facebook Christ Edward Asamoah. May God richly bless you. Bye bye.